I would like to preface this video by saying that I'm a huge fan of Lego Ninjago. My entire 6-year-long run span on this channel has been solely dedicated to making Ninjago content. And not to mention that I've been collecting and watching this show for well over 13 years. And while I believe that the show is in a great place right now, the same cannot be said for the Lego sets. It is no surprise to many that Ninjago, at its core, is extremely repetitive. Each year we get a minimum of 2 waves, with new ninja suits, new vehicles, new mechs, new dragons, new temples, new villains, and more. However, I feel that over time this theme has gradually lost its charm. The sets in the 2010s, while some of them were objectively worse builds, had so much more life and creativity to them. I believe that the inception of this redundant problem in Ninjago all started in the winter of 2022 with the first tour wave. This wave of Ninjago sets is probably the most hated one in the theme's almost 15-year history. And why was that? Well, I believe that it was due to the lack of creativity. Because there was no Ninjago content coming out at this time, the Lego group had to make their own storylines. Ninjago went back to formula with this wave. The ninja had generic robes, generic vehicles, a generic base, and went back to fighting more generic copy and paste villains. These ones being orange snakes, reusing the pyro per head for the 3rd time. This wave, without a doubt, was extremely uninspired. It lacked the passion that the former set waves had. My personal favorite set wave of all time was Summer 2015's Possession Wave. One, due to my immense nostalgia for it, as well as the quality and diversity of all the sets. We got our fair share of Ninjago vehicles for sure in this wave. We got a sizable Zane mech, a cheap coal bike, a killer J-car, and finally, a fantastic bounty. And while these vehicle descriptions actively fit the redundant, lazy, and cheap description of the theme I was just discussing, these just had more life to them. All 4 of these sets were unique for their respective character at the time. Zane had never had a mech, Jay never had an oversized car, Cole never had a bike, and the final flight of the Destiny's Bounty was a huge improvement over the last one. And the Ronin's Dress was a fantastic set. A set for a side character is something that we would never get nowadays. And then combine those sets with masterful landmarks, such as the stunning Temple of Urjitsu and the City of Styx, 2 of Ninjago's best landmark builds hands down. And finally, look at the dragons we got. Moro's dragon was phenomenal, without a doubt a top 5 Ninjago dragon of all time, and that says a lot. Boo also got a dragon, which was fine, but at least it was new for the time. All of these sets had their own unique thing going for them. They had this magic, a magic where I would pass the aisle, being 9 years old at the time, and could spend hours upon hours just admiring the boxes. So, where did Ninjago lose this spark that once inspired me and many other fans? Well, for starters, I personally grew up. While I still love this theme, I'm in college. My top priority, unfortunately, isn't buying new Ninjago sets. However, I can confidently say that there isn't a single set on shelves right now that I desperately want, and honestly, wouldn't have wanted 10 years ago. As a result of this, I've bought 4 Ninjago sets this year. Those being Zane's Small Battle Mech, the Dragonian Village, Thunderfang, and the Summer Kyver's Dragonian motorcycles. And these sets are fine, no crazy standouts in my opinion, but not bad in any way. But then I looked at the other sets on shelves now, and I just can't help but feel disappointed. This summer's wave definitely seemed to confirm my main argument. Not only were the sets overpriced, but they once again lacked any notable creativity, reinforcing my disappointment with the theme's current direction. Oh wow, another combo vehicle. The build's okay. Oh cool, it's got frack. Other figures are pretty boring though. And for $100, yeah, I'll pass. Oh nice, another bounty. Oh, why does it look like that? $200, wow, I guess that's not terrible, but $200? Really? And that build, ugh. A Lloyd Metjet? I mean, that's fine, figures are decent. It doesn't look great though. And $110? No thanks. And also, Ron 2 is terrible. I cannot understand how they let this set hit shelves. And some of these sets have potential to be good. I think that the Rogue Met Dragon Rider, with a better price, would have been a standout 5 years ago. But there's a growing sense of fatigue for these type of sets. And honestly, the Legacy sets from 2019 to 2021, sets that are literal remakes of old sets, still feel more fresh and inspired than what comes out today. Most recent releases lack uniqueness and each wave seems like a copy of the last. Mechs, cars, dragons again and again. Villain-focused sets are completely rare now compared to the diverse lineups from earlier years. Now, since I've been extremely negative this entire video, I'd like to share some things with the theme that I actually really like. The landmark builds are fantastic. The Dragonstone Shrine is one of my favorite Lego sets that I own. The design is so elegant, and it uses so many phenomenal building techniques. The Tournament Temple City is also so cool. I love almost every single thing they did with it. And other sets like the Wolfmask Shadow Dojo, the Guardian Dragon, and of course the Ninjago City sets are continuously great. But every single set I just mentioned was over $120. I waited 6 months after release and got the Dragonstone Shrine sealed for $60 on Amazon. That's 50% off. And the reality of it is that most people, with an emphasis on children, don't want to or can even afford to pay over $100 on a Lego set just to get something new. And not to mention the prices, which have skyrocketed. It's a conversation for another video, and honestly, I can understand why the prices have gone up. Inflation and all. But Lego, do you really need to charge $100 for this? And at the end of the day, I love Lego Ninjago. I've grown up with it, I've met some of my closest friends through it, and I've literally dedicated the last 6 years of my life to making content based on it. So it hurts to make this video, but I think the theme is heading in a bad direction. One where, whenever I go into a Lego store, I can walk right past the Ninjago section without batting an eye. Instead, I'd rather go to the Star Wars or Marvel section. But 5 years ago, it was different. When new sets felt like a breath of fresh air, with extravagant builds, awesome minifigures, and decent pricing. Now it all just feels like the same cycle of mediocrity over and over again.